U.S. and Israel launching a major attack on targets across Iran. We're watching it all. Iran is retaliating by firing missiles and drones toward Israel and U.S. military bases in the region. And with us now to discuss is Harley Lippman, foreign affairs analyst. We want to thank you very much for being with us today. I want to talk to you about the strikes, and I want to talk to you about what we've seen with the retaliation and what this does with, the proxy effect.
Well, here's the big question. The proxies have not gotten involved yet. So that's quite interesting. That's the Houthis in Yemen, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and even the Shia militias in Iraq. So that's a big question. And the fact they haven't gotten involved yet is very encouraging.
Yeah, the capital city of Tehran was hit, and it was right near the Supreme Leader's office. And we're all waiting to find out what's going to happen next with that. We're waiting for confirmation if he was hit, if he's all right, if he's dead or alive. How do you think these strikes got so close to the regime's leadership in the first place? And then, just kind of on the background, what kind of planning does that really take?
Enormous planning, but there are a lot of people in the Iranian regime that don't like the regime. Remember, 90% of the people in Iran hate the government, and Israeli and American intelligence has superb sources in Iran. And from what I hear, the likelihood is he may have been wounded or he may have been killed. It's undetermined, but that would change everything. He's been in power for 37 years. He was a successor to Khomeini. And if he dies, this regime is so fragile, it's hard to imagine that they'll survive.
Listen, Iranian officials right now are saying the supreme leader and the president are alive. So, how soon do you think it will take for that to be confirmed as we wait through this together? And if they are alive, how does that impact what happens next in these next few days and weeks?
Well, they released a tape about him saying something that could have been done earlier. So that feeds suspicion about whether he's alive. But it's undetermined now. But even if he is alive, he may not be much later. Remember, Iran was warned this time that the United States would probably attack. So they, of course, have guarded him. But in the not too distant future, he will be more vulnerable and exposed, and his days are probably numbered.
Harley, right here on this show for the last several weeks, we've been putting up a map of all of the military options at the president's disposal to help with his vow to obliterate Iran's missiles and nuclear program. We've been watching this armada buildup. How long do you think the operations could last on our side of things?
It's undetermined. Nobody knows. It's like any war. You make the best plans, things change. And people have to be patient. War could be 3 steps forward, 1 and 2 steps backwards. As long as the outcome is successful, that's the dynamics. But a lot of people are asking the day after. There has been planning. We can't talk about it because a lot of it would be unhelpful and would undermine this goal. But opposition groups in Iran have been meeting for a long time, trying to form a united alliance. Also, there's 2 groups that will vie for power. One, the bad guys, so to speak, Turkey, Qatar, and radical Islamists that will try to make a move, and other nations, which is Saudi Arabia, Israel, United Arab Emirates, Jordan, which as a group speaks to the Saudi term of integration. And, the Middle East is functioning right now as an alliance. People may not be seeing it, but the Arab nations and Israel, the United States, are working together against Iran. So that's a lot of good hope for the future in the region to see that, and it really points that the one nemesis in that area is only Iran.
Thank you very much for all of that. Harley Lippman, great perspective, foreign affairs analyst. We'll have you back again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
And how